to thank CDSS and Mr. Fisher here for inviting us and for organizing this event. It's a real pleasure and an honor to be here with you today, even if remotely, and be able to give you an overview of our solutions jointly with our colleague Hassanin and Naimi that will join very well. Hassanin, I will skip to his presentation slide. He will be joining us, as I said, in a few minutes. He is our regional product specialist in the region with a background in the water sector and a PhD in civil engineering as well. So he's one of our leading sales executive in Innovyze, and he comes with a very solid technical background. He's really keen on sustainability, artificial intelligence, and digital transformation, of course, considering the area we work in. As far as I'm concerned, so as Mr. Fisher previously said, I'm in charge of the Innovyze channel throughout EMEA. So the objective of my role is to make sure that we empower the partners of the likes of CDSS to make sure that our end customers can take the utmost benefit out of our solutions, and I'm very glad to be able to count on the support of such an important partner in the region. That's why my role exists. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have the same background of Hassanin. I come from the supply chain management, supply chain industry. In my previous role, I've been working in consultative selling, in sales, and as a partner manager in Autodesk when I joined 3.5 years ago. As the partner manager responsible for Italy and Portugal, very keen as well as Hassanin sustainability, one of my focus areas in the role. And as I said, the objective where I'm sitting is to make sure that we implement our go-to-market strategy side by side with our partners. So again, the example of these sessions today is one probably of the most representative one. My success depends on our partner success and on the way they enabled you guys. So very happy to be here. My presentation will be quite short before I hand it over to my colleague Hassanin. I see here he's coming online now. Let's see.
Hello guys, how are you?
Hassanin, yeah, I just gave a quick intro of you. If you want to maybe introduce yourself very quickly, then I'll move on. I get back to your slide.
Yeah, sure. Sorry guys about this delay. First, I had to relog and I got a Windows update. So that's me in the picture. Look better there. Of course, need to shave my beard. I'm a civil engineer. So originally I was more environmental engineering. I went to structures as well as water engineering. I am basically the Innovyze regional product manager for the META region. That's the Middle East, Turkey, and Africa. Yes, I have, my specialty would be finite element modeling. So I specialize in finite element and experimental testing. That's what I did in academia. Afterwards, I joined, of course, Innovyze, and it's been almost 2 years, 2.5 years. So some of the best things that I do is research, technical analysis, sales, negotiation. I look at sustainability and AI, digital twin, digital transformation are some of my best some of my interests. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks, Matteo.
Thank you, Hassanin. So now you know both of us as well. So without further ado, let me start with a bit of a personal story, of a personal touch. So I live in Barcelona, where one of our hubs is based, and one of the best things to do here in Barcelona is running along the sea when work is done or early in the morning before work. And since a couple of years, I noticed the alert that you see on the left is written in Catalan. Huh? So if you go to Barcelona today and you're willing to take a quick shower after running, you're simply not able to do that. And the reason is because of what you're seeing on the right. April this year, we were told that most of our reservoirs were already at 15% capacity. And we're talking about Catalonia at the beginning of spring. It's quite scary. It's quite scary, to be honest. And that's something that now we've been living with for the last for the last few months, unfortunately. And on the other end, it's true. I live in a beautiful city. I'm also very lucky. I come from a very beautiful country. I believe I come from Italy, and that's what happened in my country. Unfortunately, a couple of months ago, I have one of our colleagues, one of our technical sales from design and manufacturing, who's also has my name, Matteo. He comes from the area where a couple of months ago, a devastating flood has been ravaging throughout the area. And you can read here the cost of losses, 14 deaths, most of all, let alone the economic damage caused by this event in the region, Emilia-Romagna, in the center of Italy, more than 6 billion USD estimate. We're talking about two opposite phenomena that unfortunately are becoming more and more frequent. And I think it's unfortunately, again, a common thread that unites us all, even from this distance. These are recent news that we have been collecting also about Nigeria and on the flooding that have been happening with quite a higher frequency in the upcoming years in the previous years. And this is something that needs tackling, that needs urgent planning, that needs a deeper conversation. And these are, I've chosen to start with these examples because, again, it would have been nice to start with a very good PowerPoint. But to be honest, I'm quite sick of all the presentation that we see here and there about how urgent this situation has become. And the reason why I've chosen these personal stories, and I've added also this last one, is to show you how urgent it is for us to tackle the management of such a precious resource as water is, and not only as a precious resource for us to live. As you can see, it can be extremely devastating. And when we talk about the water industry, the climate change is just it's just one of the aspects that today water professionals have been are facing in terms of pressures. For example, I know that most of you are also, or most of you, all of you, I would say, concerned with the improvement of the state of water masses in general, and the quality of water. Keeping the high quality of water is one of our biggest challenging. We operate in an industry that sometimes there's also infrastructure that has been placed more than 100 years ago, with the water losses and the leakage and the costs that come with it. Recently, one of our colleagues, Rebecca Willie, that is one of our solutions engineers, has published an article on our One Water blog about the importance of implementing water leakage strategy. So that's another aspect. And when we talk about aging infrastructure, unfortunately, we're talking about an industry that is lagging behind in terms of digitalization across the entire water cycle. And as I said at the beginning, we are very happy to be able to have on the field professionals and solutions provider of the likes of CDSS, which have been leading with digitalization since they've been working with Autodesk. Again, we're also in an era where we're also moving to a new generation. There's a lot of institutional knowledge, and there's an information gap that comes between. So it's an industry where we do have a skill shortage. And once again, we're happy to be able to tackle this through all the training services and all the support that you will be seeing in a second that we can provide, and our partners that can provide. Let alone another immense pressure that our customers are facing in the water sector is the population growth. We keep on outpacing the capacity of our water systems, and there's specific need for planning and better design and simulation in this area. And last but not least, and I would say luckily, governments are trying to be very strict about regulations in water-related projects to be implemented, regulation that our customers need to abide by. One example, for instance, in the UK, the implementation of sustainable drainage system mandates that will take place at the end of the year. So all this combined, you can definitely relate to that. Make so that you do need the support of experts to cater for all these pressures. And the good news is that Autodesk that has been leading in the infrastructure environment one in the last year since its creation, has recently, a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, completed the acquisition of Innovyze. Innovyze comes as the leader in the water sector. You see the numbers in there. We serve more than 6,500 customers around more than 60 countries. We've been in the block for now more than 35 years. And I can say quite proudly, now that I've moved to the Innovyze team, this has been the biggest acquisition in Autodesk history for $1 billion. So there's a reason why Autodesk has invested in this company and its solution and its skill set. And you will be seeing more of that in a few minutes. And then one of the reasons, of course, is the fact that nowadays we can cater for all the aspects related to the water industry, cater for solutions throughout the entire water cycle. We're not just thinking about drinking water. We're talking about every aspect that is impacted when it comes to engineering software. So from design, modeling, asset management, operational analytics. So we're much more than drinking water. Huh? And here, just a few examples of some of the biggest customers that we've been serving now since our existence. Some of the names you will probably recognize in there, and luckily for us, the number is going up. And this is the year where we really want to scale and make our customers benefit also of the integration with the with the Autodesk portfolio. Just a quick note before I hand it over to my colleague Asanin. I will be talking about support. We will be sharing this presentation. Remember that we are aware that these solutions comes with a high technical burden behind. We do have a dedicated technical support beyond, of course, the one that our partners can provide you with. You will have the contact in here, as well as a page dedicated to the adoption of the software. So here we have included the link of on-demand training from our customer success hub. You have resources like the One Water blog, where you have knowledge-based articles. We do have also accelerators to help you, to help you take the best out of our software. We have also, for some of our products, ICM Live, IW Live, instructor-led training, and we are also more than happy to organize, together with my colleagues, customized workshops for you guys. Last but not the least, we also have consulting services that can help you in your conversion, for example, from WaterGem software for InfoSewer and InfoSwim, and as well for the implementation of products that require more technical deep dive, like ICM Live, IW Live, and WS Pro automated model builder projects. This is for my part. I'm more than happy now to hand it over to my colleague